What up guys, it's Matty Mish. It's Sunday, May 24th and we're at Desert Ridge for the Seedot Community Day. We do have the special research, and since this is an at-home edition of Pokemon Go's Community Day, we're going to do the research here at Desert Ridge and then we're going to go home and finish the research there. So let's click on Professor Willow and see what he has to say. Hey there, Matty Mish. You surprised me, much like that Seedot that just fell from that tree over there. It really scared a Pidgey that was foraging nearby. I am pretty sure it did that on purpose. It's easy for Seedot to trick people and Pokemon alike because Seedot are almost indistinguishable from acorns. Are they appearing in higher numbers right now, or am I seeing double? Could you help me investigate this nutty situation? So there we go. For step number 1 of 4 for seeing double, we have to power up a Pokemon 10 times, catch 15 Seedot, and make 5 nice throws. So we do have quite a few Seedot over here. Let's go ahead and get those caught, and then once we get these caught, we should be able to get the 5 throws, and then we'll power up a Pokemon 10 times. Oh shoot, and I forgot to drop a star piece. I always do that. This good, it broke free, so I'm gonna go ahead, well, it ran, so I don't need to run, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop a star piece. You know what, we're gonna drop an incense as well. We'll drop a lucky egg even though we're level 40 just to clear up some bag space, and then we will also drop a star piece if I can find one. There we go. So there's triple XP for this Seedot Community Day, but with this one being a 7-day streak, and since we will be catching a lot, that's one of the reasons why I'm using a star piece. I'm trying to get to that 7.5 million Stardust. And I will be using my Stardust soon on a lot of PvP Pokemon, get those powered up and get the double moves entered in, so I'll definitely be sure to do a video on that once I am ready. We'll keep that Seedot for now. So the goal for this community day is I want to get at least 3 of them. That way there's one for each dex, evolution for the dex. But I do want one that's good for PvP. I think a Nuzleaf with this community day move will be useful in PvP. It seems like Nuzleaf is most useful in the Ultra League. So we're at 3 out of 15 Seedot. And then we're at 3 nice throws as well. We'll go ahead and transfer this one out. Then there's a lot of Seedot here. I don't think we'll be able to get to 15 just by staying right here, but we should be able to get a good amount of them. I believe this one's 4, and then I think there's probably around 6, so we should be able to get at least 10 of the 15. Oh, nice! And we got our first shiny. First shiny of the day, 422 Seedot. So let's see, we'll raspberry this guy. And he is more of an orange color, so it's kind of easy to tell him apart from a normal Seedot. Nice, and our first shiny Seedot is down. Gets us to 5 Seedot total. And we're at 4 out of 5 nice throws. So let's go ahead and appraise this guy. Bad IVs, but if you look at him there compared to a normal Seedot, which we'll go ahead and bring up here, you could also see that the top color is a little bit lighter, and then his underneath his eyes and his feet are more of like a cream color instead of a light brown color. So definitely easy to tell it apart from a normal Seedot, and that's number 5. And then while we're here, we're also going to go ahead and clean up our field research, just because we'll be able to get a lot of Seedot research completed today. So we're currently at 1 shiny Seedot. We need at least 2 more. I would like to get at least 2 more on the video before going home and just taking part in the community day at home. So that gets us to 6 Seedot, and we get our 5th nice throw. And also, if you haven't noticed yet, and this video will most likely be up after Community Day, so I apologize if you didn't know about this beforehand. But if you do take a picture of Seedot, then it will photobomb as a Seedot to give you more of an opportunity to get it. I'm not going to show you on camera because I tried to do the Kanto and the Johto research that was both ruined by trying to take a picture. Apparently it has something to do where it stops the screen recording, so I wouldn't be able to show it to you guys. But that is one of the features that they also had it for the Abra Community Day, and it's a feature that they kept for the Seedot Community Day. I'm not sure if it's something that they're going to keep with the Community Days, or if they're just doing it because it's an at-home version and it'll give people more of an opportunity to catch these Pokemon. But I think it is a good idea, and I hope that it is something that they do continue. So Seedot is down, and that gets us to 8 out of 15. We are doing pretty good. We actually might be able to get all 15 here, which would be pretty cool if it does. Then we'll just power up a Pokemon 10 more times. We are close to getting that Empoleon I've been powering up and that you saw us power up on the Abra video. We are close to getting that one to its PvP CP. So we'll definitely get that one there, and then we'll probably do like a Dragonite or something I know would be useful for the other ones. So we're at 10 Seedot right now, and I think there is around 5 of them showing, so we should be able to go ahead and finish it up here. There's currently 3 of them, but with the incense I'm hoping we could get at least 2 more. And Seedot is down, so we are at the 11. And then I want to go ahead and save the screen recording here because I don't want it to time out on us. So I'm going to go ahead and get that saved, and then we'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so that's screen recording saved, so we'll go ahead and get this next one started up. And then that Seedot left us before. I didn't want to touch the stop. So since this one despawned on us before, I'm going to go ahead and get this one before it goes away again. It is a little bit further away from us, so that's why it's probably appearing and disappearing with that GPS drift. So we're at 12 Seedot, and then I believe that there's still 3 showing, so we should be able to finish up to 15 here. So Seedot 13 is down. We'll be able to get our 2 more here, then we'll power up a Pokemon 10 times, and then we'll be able to move on to the next part of the research. Seedot 14, so let's see if this last one that we catch is a shiny. We already have 1 so far. I'd be stoked if we could get just 1 more. I'll try one of these over here. And you know what, let's shiny check these real quick before we get that 15th one. And it looks like that 15th one won't be a shiny, but we definitely got 1 out of the 15 a shiny. A great start so far. So we'll catch this one, then we'll power up 10 Pokemon, and then we'll move on to step number 2 of the research. Nice, so we got Seedot number 15. So now we'll go ahead and power up a Pokemon 10 times. So we'll power up this one 4 times to get it to its final PvP IV. So we get that one at 1493. So I'll be getting a double move on that one soon. Then I have this 96% IV Rayquaza, so we'll go ahead and power this one up 6 times. So there we go, we powered up a Pokemon 10 times, and that does it for step 1 of the special research, Seeing Double. So we'll be able to get 10 Pokeballs, 20 Seedot candy, and a reward, which will most likely be a Seedot with a chance of a shiny. It's not guaranteed a shiny, there's just a chance that we could get a shiny with it. Some of the infographics I saw had the shiny emblem next to it, and that's just showing that you have the chance for it. It's not showing that it's going to be a guaranteed shiny. And I do need to clear out my box a little bit. So our reward is not a shiny, but let's see if we could get a good IV one. Nice, so Seedot's down. We'll go ahead and get its IVs checked here in just a minute. What up, guys? I'm sorry about that. The memory card on my camera was full. I've been doing a lot of recording lately, and everything was uploaded, so I went ahead and freed up some space, as well as changed out the batteries. That way we don't have any battery issue going forward. So this is the Seedot that we caught with the encounter, and as you can see there, the IVs are alright. We'll keep it for now, and then we will claim our rewards and move on to step number 2. So we get 2,000 Stardust, 1 Incense, and then we'll get a mysterious Pokemon encounter, which again is a Seedot, not shiny. I believe the CP is less than the last one we caught. The last one we caught was 243, so I'm not expecting this one to be a good IV one either. Nice, and Seedot is caught, so we'll once again we have to catch 15 Seedot. So we'll go ahead and appraise this guy. The IVs aren't that great, but we'll hang on to it for now. We'll spin this stop to get our 1-day streak, or a 2-day streak, I believe, since we got a stop yesterday. Which will also give us a research for catch 3 Seedot. And then we're going to go ahead and check in with Professor Willow for step number 2 of 4. Welcome back, Maddie Mish. While you were away, I was just refreshing my memory on Seedot. Apparently it attaches itself to a tree branch using the top of its head and sucks moisture from the tree it's hanging from. The more water Seedot drinks, the glossier its body becomes. Thanks, Seedot, for reminding us to stay hydrated. Did you know that Seedot can evolve? Ah, sorry, I was just startled by another one. Why don't you try evolving Seedot? Maybe it'll get calmer and stop playing pranks on everyone. So if you go here, step number 2 of 4 for seeing doubles, we need to catch 15 Seedot, transfer 10 Pokemon, and evolve 3 Seedot. So we're definitely going to catch the 15 first. During that 15, we'll be transferring some, and then once we're done with the 15, we will go ahead and evolve 3. So it looks like there's about 4 of them right here. So we'll go ahead and catch these 4, and then after we catch these 4, we'll probably venture over to High Street to another big spawn point. That way we could finish up the remainder of the 15. So this Seedot's pretty good. We'll go ahead and keep this one. We're not going to go ahead and get this one transferred on out. And then this one is also a regular Seedot. So I'm hoping we could get at least one more shiny within this 15. I definitely know that we'll be able to get more than 3 if we play for the full duration of the event, so I'm not really too concerned about that. However, I do want to make sure that we could get at least 3 shinies here on this video. So we'll go ahead and transfer out 5 again, get us halfway to that transfer task. Wow, and that was a terrible throw. So we're at 4 out of 15 Seedot, and if you see here, it takes 25 to evolve, so you only need to use 75 candies to get that task done. This Seedot will be a little difficult, so we'll go ahead and use a berry on it. So we're 1/3 of the way through the Seedot. Transfer this one out. And that gets us 6 transfers. Yes, and we got our second shiny. Shiny number 2, 474 CP. Second shiny, and we're just under about 30 Seedot caught here. Dodged on the first one, we got a great throw on the second one. Nice, and Seedot is caught. Second shiny down, we're at 6 Seedot. Quick appraisal, and this one is better than the one we caught before, but I'm still going to go ahead and check both to see if one of them has a better PvP IV. And that Seedot flood on us. But there's still one more here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one here, and then we'll venture over to High Street, assuming that another one doesn't spawn with the incense. And then I do have some eggs that I need to put in incubation. So we'll go ahead and get this one caught. That gets a 7 out of 15 Seedot. We'll go ahead and keep that one for now. You know what, I'm going to incubate those eggs before I forget about it. And those eggs do have a chance of catching one of the Sinnoh Pokemon, or hatching one of the Sinnoh Pokemon, since we're still within that Sinnoh event. And this should be Seedot number 8. And then after this one, if one spawns with incense, we'll shiny check it. If not, then we're going to move on to the next spawn point. So we're at 8 out of 15 Seedot. We'll go ahead and save this one too with the 15 attack. Spin to stop one more time. And then we will clear our storage first. So we're at 7 out of 10 for the transfers. We're at 8 out of 15 for the catching. This one will be number 9. It's not as shiny, so I'm going to go ahead and catch this one off camera. And then we'll see you guys at our next spawn point. I'm going to go check over by High Street. I think there should be one there, so we'll meet up with you guys over there. What up, guys? It's Matty Mish. You can see that there's 4 Seedot on the screen here, and then on the way over we did clear up our storage a little bit. So we got our 10 transfers, and then we need 6 more Seedot. So right here there's 4, and then I'm hoping that there'll be 2 more that spawn either with the incense or just naturally. And then once we get to 6 more Seedot, we'll go ahead and evolve 3, and then we'll go ahead and move on to step number 3 of 4. So that Seedot gets us number 10 out of 15, and then we also got some research from stops along the way, so that's why you see all those catch 3 Seedot researches popping up on the bottom. We'll transfer this guy out. Yes, and we got our 3rd shiny number 3. We'll definitely be able to get one evolved here. Nice, so we got 3 shinies, so we'll definitely evolve 2 of these. I'm not sure if we're going to evolve 2 of these with the research, but I definitely want to get a shiny Nuzleaf on the video before heading home. So we'll definitely check that one for PvP later on, but there are 3 more, so we should be able to get our 15 here and move on to step number 3. And then for step number 3, we might check for a different spawn point. I know that if we go back to Desert Ridge, if we could find the good spot in front of Target, that should be a pretty good one. And then I believe near the stop by Sandbar, that one should be a good one. So there are a couple different spawn points we could go to. The ones at High Street weren't really good. I'm assuming it's because it's a Sunday and this place is usually more busy on Saturdays. So we'll go back to Desert Ridge now that this state has reopened. There's a lot more activity going on there. So all those good spawn points that weren't so good during the Abra Community Day should be pretty good today. Yeah, I believe this is Seedot number 14 here, so I'm hoping number 15 can spawn with some incense. And since there's no Seedot here, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Oh, actually here, we'll catch this one. Yes, and we got our 4 shiny Seedot. Nice, so we're gonna go ahead and get this guy caught here. And then before I do evolutions, I'm gonna go ahead and IV check the 2 ones I just got to see if any of them are good for PvP. The second shiny that we got, I did check before we came over here. That one is good for PvP, the first one's not. The second one we caught is actually at 87% for the Ultra League. However, maxed out at level 40, it's only at 2235 CP. So even if we do add the Best Buddy boost onto it, it won't reach that 2500 or anywhere close to that 2500 CP mark. So that's why I want to get these 2 checked out first. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the clip here. I don't want the PvP check to ruin the screen recording. So we'll go ahead and get the screen recording saved here. We're gonna go ahead and check the last two we got. So we'll go ahead and get those checked. So the third one we caught, I believe it's the third one, the 368 CP one. That one's alright. It's not as good as the second one we got. Still, it's showing for the Ultra League though. And it's not eligible for the Great League. However, Nuzleaf is at an 82.66. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get 3 Seedot evolved here. I'm going to go ahead and get the screen recording started again. And we're going to catch this Seedot, and then regardless of the IV, we're going to go ahead and evolve it to get 1. And this might be one that we just transfer after the evolve if it's not a good IV. Alright, 3 star, it's probably around the 84% IV. So we'll go ahead and evolve this guy. Then we just need to evolve 2 more after him. So we got a Nuzleaf, and I do have both Nuzleaf and the final one. I think I was calling the final one Nuzleaf. Oh no, I was the third one's Shiftry. I was calling it the correct thing. So we do have both Nuzleaf and Shiftry in the Pokedex, so none of these will be new Pokedex additions. Collection is full. And in this one, just since it's only 25 candies, I'll go ahead and evolve this one as well to get Seedot number 2 evolved. And I was going to use this opportunity to evolve one of the shinies we got, but I think I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that for right now. And I'm just going to catch and evolve another one. I have a lot of rare candies and an opportunity to get a lot more Seedot candies, so I'm not too worried about just spending 25 for an evolution. This one's also pretty good, so we'll probably keep this one around for a little bit after evolving it. But we'll go ahead and evolve it, we'll clear up a little bit more space, and then we'll make some room for the encounters we get, and then we'll move on to step number 3 of 4. Alright, so that clears up 2 spots, so we'll just use that for now, and then before we start step 3 we'll definitely clear up some more. I've been in the process of cleaning things out, I'm just not all the way there yet. So we got 20 Seedot candies, 1000 XP, then we'll claim our reward, which is a Nuzleaf. Now I don't know if any of these have a chance of being shiny, but if you bought the special research and you did get a shiny Nuzleaf, please drop it below in the comments and let me know. It would be interesting to see if there was a chance for it to be shiny. And then we are going to go ahead and claim our rewards. So we'll get 2000 Stardust, 1 Incense, 1 Poffin, and we'll move on to step 3. On the one hand, fantastic work, trainer. Your little Seedot has evolved into Nuzleaf, the Willy Pokemon. On the other hand, our plan to calm Seedot down by evolving has backfired. Apparently Nuzleaf can make a flute out of the leaf on its head, and the sound of that flute strikes fear and uncertainty into the hearts of people who hear it. I'm sorry, but I have faith that a brave trainer like yourself can handle Nuzleaf just fine. Maybe if we try evolving it again, its next form will be less scary. Personally, I've been startled enough for 1 day of research. So for this one, we need to make 3 great curveball throws, we need to evolve a Nuzleaf, and we need to transfer 10 Pokemon. So we could definitely go ahead and get 10 Pokemon transferred out right now. We'll just get some of these 0-star ones that we caught recently out of the way. So we're at 8, we just need 2 more. Awesome, so we have 10, so we'll go ahead and make these 10 transfers. And now all we need to move on to step number 4 is evolve a Nuzleaf and make 3 great curveball throws. So I'll make the 3 curveball throws on Seedot. Nice, so Seedot is down, and that gives us, it should give us 1. I don't think it, unless it popped up and I missed it. Yeah, it did not, oh, it needs to be a great curveball throw. And since I want to get these on Seedot and there's no Seedots here, we're going to go ahead and cut the recording here, and then I'll meet up with you guys at the next spawn point. Actually, we'll catch this one first, and then we'll move on to the next spawn point. There, so that gives us 1 great curveball throw, and we need 3. There's number 2. And if it pops out on this time, we might be able to get this finished here. And there we go, we finished this part. So then I'm going to check all the Nuzleafs I have to see which one we want to evolve over. And then once we figure that out, we'll be able to complete step number 3, move on to step number 4. And then there is a 5-star raid happening pretty soon. So I want to go ahead and get that done. So we'll stop the recording once we finish the research and then meet up with you guys at that raid. And then after the raid, I'll check the shinies that I have and get those evolved over. So I think this one will be the best one to use for the evolution, so we're going to go ahead and get this one evolved over. So 1370 CP, and then that goes towards our step 3 research. So we have everything done for step number 3. So we're going to go ahead and claim our rewards and then move on to step number 4. So we get 20 candies, 5 golden raspberries, 1,500 XP, and then we'll go ahead and claim our rewards. 2,000 Stardust, 1 Incense, and 1 Rocket Radar. So your Nuzleaf has evolved into Shiftry, the wicked Pokemon. Unfortunately, upon reviewing data on Shiftry, I learned it can be quite fearsome too. Using its leafy fan, Shiftry can create wind gusts with speeds of up to 100 feet per second. That's strong enough to level houses. I think I need to go tie my mobile lab down. I'd rather be surprised by a Seedot than blown away by a Shiftry. Ha, lesson learned. Stay up to date with Pokemon, even familiar ones. Thank you for your help in researching this odd occurrence. Once these winds die down, I'll be in touch about our next research adventure. So there we go, we completed step number 3, and then step number 4 is just claiming some rewards, which will be 5,000 Stardust, 1,500 XP, and 5 silver pineapple berries. And then we'll go ahead and claim our rewards down here, which will be 2,000 Stardust, 3 rare candies, and then a Pokemon encounter. 2,000 Stardust, 3 rare candies, and we'll start the encounter. So it's a Shiftry encounter, 976 CP. Got the great throw on it. And Shiftry's caught. Pretty good IV, so we're going to go ahead and save this guy for now. And then that does it for the research today. I'm definitely going to go ahead, we'll get that 5-star raid that's happening. It's not showing over here, but over at Desert Ridge it was showing. So that one should be hatching in about 20 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and just play the community day here, finish up with that raid, do some evolutions, and then we'll call it a video, and we'll do the rest of the community day at home. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching so far, and we'll meet up with you when we're ready to get that 5-star raid. What up, guys? It's Maddie Mish. So no one ended up doing that 5-star raid, which is okay, because with how long this Seedot video is going to be, I'd want to do that as a separate video anyways. So I'll definitely keep an eye and see if we could get that 5-star raid done at a different time. But right now I want to go ahead and evolve our Seedots. As we were waiting for that 5-star raid to hatch, we did actually end up getting 2 more shiny Seedot. So that brings our total to, let's see here. So we're at 6 total right now, and we don't have any good PvP IV ones yet. However, that second one we got, I believe, 474 here, this one is the best IV one we got so far. So we're going to go ahead and evolve that Seedot, and then we're going to continue the community day at home until 5 p.m. If we do get any more shinies, we'll make sure that we get a couple more evolved, especially if one is good for PvP. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get this Seedot evolved over to shiny Nuzleaf. There we go. We got shiny Nuzleaf. You can see that it's more of an orange color, and then that brown color looks a little bit darker than its normal brown. So there you go, we got shiny Nuzleaf, and then we're going to go ahead and bring it over to shiny Shiftry. Nice, there you go, we got the shiny Shiftry. You can see that one's also a little bit of a different color as well. We'll go ahead in the Pokédex and break it down real quick. So you can see here the Seedot, it's more of a brown color. The shell of its head is more of like a light brown, and then it's underneath its eyes and feet are like a very light brown. And in the shiny version, you can see that it's more of a orange color. The under its eyes and its feet are more of a cream color, and then it's like a very light gray on top where his head is. If you go over to Nuzleaf, you can see that right here. Around its eyes and its thighs are that light brown color, and then its body is a darker brown, but it's still light. And then if you go to the shiny, its thighs and eyes are orange when its body is more of a darker brown. And then with the Shiftry, you can see that there's a little bit of change in its arms where those tree branches are. You can see right there it's more of a Kelly green, where the shiny it's more of like a limeish green. And then you could also see that its body turns from a light brown to more of a purpley color. And then its head right here and its tail is more of a white color, when over here on the shiny version it's more of a cream color. So if we go back to the Pokédex, you could see that Seedot is the acorn Pokemon. Seedot attaches itself to a tree branch using the top of its head. It sucks the moisture from the tree while hanging off the branch. The more water it drinks, the glossier this Pokemon's body becomes. So you might recognize that as something that Professor Willow told us in the research. It also reminded us to stay hydrated, since at least here in Arizona it's currently 88 degrees, and pretty soon we should be in the 100s. So it's very important to stay hydrated no matter where you are at for Community Day. For Nuzleaf, it's the Wily or Willy Pokemon, whichever one you want to call it. I'm not really sure on that pronunciation. But its Pokédex edition says, Nuzleaf lives in densely overgrown forests. They occasionally venture out of the forest to startle people. This Pokemon dislikes having its long nose pinched. And then for Shiftry, you see it's the Wicked Pokemon. Shiftry is a mysterious Pokemon that is said to live atop towering trees dating back to over 1,000 years. It creates terrific windstorms with the fans it holds. So there you go, that's what we have for Seedot's Community Day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you comment your trainer code, I will be accepting friend requests from my subscribers. So just comment that you subscribed, and comment your trainer code, and then I'll add you guys. It's one of the things that I want to do for some of my first subscribers that are helping me grow my channel. And then I also will be returning with some Let's Go Pokemon streams. So I'm going to pick up Let's Go Pikachu from where we left off and continue the streams. So I hope you guys start watching those as well. Be sure to follow my Twitter to see updates of when these videos post and when I go live. The link to my Twitter will be in the description, as well as it's always at the end of each video. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope I see you guys next time.